Australian workplaces apparently have a serious problem with bullying, estimated to cost the economy up to $36 billion a year. For 6 months, a federal parliamentary inquiry has toured Australia, hearing from hundreds of organisations and victims. It's now calling for a clearer definition of bullying and a plan to tackle it, as National Affairs correspondent Heather Hewitt reports.
Just doing some gardening right now, planting flowers and some veggies. So I don't think about things I've gone through. I want something new in my life. I may not forget, but I'm trying to.
Anita Devi has a lot to try to put behind her. Horrific workplace experiences that still give her nightmares and almost cost her her life.
I went in so much shock. I was abused and I was traumatized so bad. I just went mentally ill. I went to suicide.
For several years, Anita Devi was a cleaner employed by a firm contracted to the Victorian Public Service. She says she endured relentless bullying and racial discrimination by her co-workers and her bosses, but put up with it because she needed the job. Almost every day, she'd find offensive notes stuck to her locker door.
I don't know, I've cried more than 1,000,000 times. Every time I see one note like that, telling me, oh, did you have a shower today? How would you feel if somebody did that to you? F you, bitch. You Indian black bitch. Oh my holy God. That is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. That was very, very difficult, very, very hard for me. Sorry.
Things got much worse for Anita in the middle of this year, when she says she was called to her supervisor and area manager's office and was reprimanded after complaining that her vacuum cable was faulty.
He just did not listen. He just said to me, oh, you know what? I'll chop your fingers one by one and I'll put you in a garbage bin and I'll throw you in the big bin. And the bins are gone at night and nobody will find out where you are. That point, I just went in like shock. I couldn't talk. They were so vicious to me. And then the supervisor said to the area manager, sack her right now and make sure she doesn't get another job on another site.
Anita was dismissed by the cleaning firm and for days afterwards sat at home feeling deeply traumatised.
And I made up my mind, I have to leave everybody because there's no one who can make me better anymore. I made up my mind. I wrote this note and I told my daughter, never go through what I have been through. I walked to the station and I don't know, hopefully God may have sent this young boy. Well, there was a train coming not far. As I was going on the tracks, he was screaming, he was running behind me. Can I not hear the train coming? Can I not hear the train sound? I just said to him, just go away. Go away. And the train was not far. I went on the tracks. He came and ran. He just pushed me the other side.
He saved you?
He just saved my life.
The 16-year-old boy doesn't want to be identified, but remains in contact with Anita Devi. He persuaded her to go to a GP, and that eventually led her to the government-funded legal service, JobWatch.
She was a wreck. This was not long after her suicide attempt, and we were determined that she would have a voice and that she would have some sort of justice administered to her situation.
The mishmash of legal options includes unfair dismissal, a discrimination claim, breach of contract, or using Victoria's anti-stalking law. But there's no legal definition of bullying and no national system to address it. Now a federal parliamentary committee has decided that's got to change after hearing shocking stories like Anita Devi's. For the past 6 months, the inquiry into the rise of workplace bullying has been inundated with submissions from groups and individuals around the country. Today it called for a national advisory service to enable early intervention for victims and, for the first time, a definition of bullying.
This report's a wake-up call. So I think that there is an opportunity to have a common national definition of workplace bullying. I think there is an opportunity to have a common code of practice across all states.
The government needs to be bold and take the next vital step by empowering the individual and giving them the legal right to take their own action in, for example, a body such as Fair Work Australia.
As for Anita Devi, she just wants the politicians to put their words into actions.
I wish they just do it. Every single day you have to live with that, and I have lived with it, and I know the pain that I have gone through. It's very, very painful. I don't want another person to go through this.